back at it. Today I got something real special for you guys. It's how to make a film cult. Now, you might be thinking, well, what is a film cult? Or maybe you're thinking, well, hey, that's kind of like the Charles Manson thing, it's like a reverse Uno card on Charles Manson because that was a bunch of nobodies, right? That like killed some important people, but this time you're making the important people. So the idea is that you do minimal work, you don't really contribute anything, but you're the one pulling the strings and you are gaining the most from the experience, really. So, like, you get the guys like free recruitment, like, you go to college campuses and shit. Like, you find volunteers in the community who are just trying to make it in the industry. You find people who don't have the right to demand anything just yet. They're not able to have standards. They just want to act. You know, they don't. It's not about money for them yet. They want to one day make that money, but right now they're just worried about getting a career. So they're thinking this is going to put them on the map, and that's the idea. You get these people, you get them together, and you're always like, "Oh man, guys, this is a real big deal. Really build that thing up. Make them feel like it's the biggest movie of the year. It's going to blow up. Everyone's going to love it." And constantly compliment them, like tell them like, "Oh, wow, you did really good on that scene. You're so good at this." Tell them how awesome they are. Make them feel special because if you want the meeting out of your hand, you're going to have to treat them like they're special. Like slowly draw in on their emotions to make them feel invested, like they're part of something bigger than themselves, like a team, like they're really in there, like they feel like they're a part of something huge,
Oh, well, yeah.
right?
Good job,
And
everybody. Yeah.
then you got to get like a dedicated team, right? You got to get these people that are ready to make it big. So you take them there, you get them together. You're like, hey man, we're good. We're doing this movie. It's going to be so fucking awesome. And pretty soon after they've been there a while, the beginning promises an emotional completeness that you've been giving them for a while. You've been complimenting them. You've been telling them how awesome they are. You tell them this is going to be the movie of the year. What are you going to spend your first $1 million on? That kind of shit. So now that it's been a while, it's starting to fade away. It's gone, basically. They've been there so long at this point or they've been there long enough to not think about the fact why they're there. They just kind of feel like they've always kind of been there. In their complacent animal like state, they won't be able to realize that they aren't even getting what they were told they were going to get because whatever ounce of soul is left in that person,
They didn't believe in us. God did.
it's dedicated to still completing your film because they're so invested. That's all that's left of them. So you got them to invest their time for the promise of literally nothing in return. You had nothing up your sleeve the whole time. You had nothing to offer. But what it was that you got them just by bluffing. You got them to put all cards on the table. They are fully in. They are in, I'm on the team. Let's do this, coach. I'm fucking ready. You don't have anything.
Waking up some mornings, you may feel like you sleep in a tent under a bridge. Well, I know that feeling, and that's why I drink Folgers. Folgers coffee. It's better than sleeping under a bridge.
It's crazy because you don't have anything. And if you're the person who has nothing to lose, but everything to gain, but they have nothing to gain here and everything to lose, well, at that point, you're running the show. You have control. You are in your ways. So you're going to begin to ask for more. You're going to start asking them for more things, money, favors, other stuff, all kinds of those things. So you want to have control of your pack. You're the alpha wolf. You're the head of the pack. You want to be the leader that nobody fucks with. So of course you got to match that energy up by having them ensure that no one in the group is better looking than you. That's a quick one. Physical appearance, and then they'll take care of that. But then we're down to personality, and if you already have one if you've gotten this far, really. But what's better than a personality? Fucking money.
Money doesn't just buy you a better life, better food, better cars, better pussy. It also makes you a better person. You can give generously to the church or political party of your choice. You can save the fucking spotted owl with money. It also makes you a better person.
So in order to be in control, you have to have the most value, not only within social boundaries or social, constructs of the group, but also like in monetary value. So begin to ask them to pitch in like real world money for the project, because you're not just getting their time now. Now you're getting their time and you're getting their money. So, you want to have the most monetary value. So begin to ask them to pitch in, ask them to throw in some money here and there. And what's even better is you're not only, maybe using some of that money to like try to get this movie off the ground because, you just somehow are interested in it. If you got this far, hell, you're making a cult, you must like it. So you're going to start using that money in like ways that are not what it's intended. You'll abuse your power. You're going to buy frappes and coffees and, all that stuff. You're corrupt. Like that's your thing. You're making a film cult. You're leading a film cult. So you're just showing them exactly what you're about to do. What you're about to do is begin phase Hiroshima, where in this phase, with the same energy as a nuclear weapon laying waste to formable matter that leaves behind like a vast wasteland where something once was, something so beautiful sat. You consume all their assets and belongings, and any ties they had back to their own lives outside of this place are now gone down the
Bye, Felicia.
They're now transitioning from a guest position to a regular position in the cult. Now, at this point, you all live together, clearly. You live in a 2-bedroom house where some of the doorknobs don't fucking work. You have one roommate who's like viciously masturbating at all hours of the day. But you picked something far away, didn't you? No means of travel for belongings of their own. They can't get home. They have to stay here now. At this point, your odds of getting away, they went from, you had like a 40% escape, rate. And then these are real statistics. And now you're at 1%. Now, that 1% of, you getting away, that's based on, A, you're ugly and they feel bad for you. B, you're a weak individual and they aren't threatened by your presence. You're more of like a servant to their needs. You make them feel good. C, you run really fast, like real fast. And D, which is you think that you got away, but you really didn't. In reality, you're so dissociated with trauma from the cult, you've mentally checked out to where you've lost touch with reality, like to the point that you think you got away 30 years ago. You're not even 30. Now, if they don't get away, it's okay. They might feel that all hope is lost. Well, you maybe not. You might get lucky and die of like a sudden illness or something, because that'd be so, whatever. At this point, this is crazy. Nobody remembers the name of the movie anymore. Nobody knows about a movie. Like, none of them even think about acting or films. They forgot they're here for a movie. This is their home. This is where they've always felt in their heart they should be. They've spent a lot of time. They're really invested. So there's no film equipment, no writers. Everyone looks like fucking Gollum from Lord of the Rings because he only feeds them rings, peach candy rings. They got a lot of sugar in them, and they're like probably 1% vitamin C and potassium, so they probably got you covered. But just enough to keep you alive to where your body isn't like a Keurig that has like a bad water sensor on it, so it tries to brew an uneven cup of coffee. But you're working, but you'd be better off not working at all, if you catch my drift. And boy, do you work. You work full time around the clock, making sure these fuckers are building statues all over the community of you, so everyone knows how awesome you are. You did it. You're a king. You thought you were going to make a movie. Now you're living in one. You're a good person. You took charge, and now you're reaping the benefits. That pretty much is the conclusion of that. That's just something I was thinking about in my time, Anyways, that's the end of the video. If you liked the video, tell me in the comments. If you didn't like the video, tell me in the if your house burned down, tell me in the comments below. Take that subscribe button out to town on a nice steak dinner. Make sweet, tender love to it, and then when it says something about your alcoholic brother-in-law, you just finally snap and you hit. So you hit that subscribe button, and you could share it with a loved one as well. Send it to your grandparents. I don't give a shit. And I guess I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm out.